Hello there. I am Cozy Misadventures. Welcome to my very first Planet Crafter video. I am currently in my save game where I started on Selenea for an extra challenge, and I am getting ready to take the interplanetary shuttle to Prime. First, I'm going to check in with what I have accomplished and give you a short tour of my base and get going. You can see on Selenia I have fully terraformed the planet. I am currently at 7.68 TSTI. It was a bit of a challenge to start on Selenia because it is missing so many of the core resources like zeolite and super alloy and places to mine aluminum. While I found a lot of these materials on the ground or in chests, I had to be very strategic with how I used them so that I could get to this fully terraformed planet. The next planet I'm going to go to is Prime, so I can really start building my stock of alloy and zeolite just to further help me expand my reach across the solar system. Okay, so I'm going to give you a short tour of my base. This is actually my second base. I've just rebuilt it. You can see right here where I am. I loved this view of the two domes with the zip line in between. This is a feature I would love for them to add to our game. I think it would be so cool if we could zip line from one of our structures to another. You can tell that I like to build with lots of windows, these curved windowed pieces, just anything to really enjoy the amazing views in this game. The developers have done a great job making it beautiful. Inside, you'll see it's pretty bare because right now my focus is functionality and not necessarily prettiness. Over here, you can see I have all of my chests set up. I have one storage chest for each resource, and some even have more than one if I think it's something that I'm going to use more of later in the game. One thing I enjoyed about starting on Selenia was this tier 2 recycling machine. I use it to help break down the butterflies to get fertilizer and mutagen and bacteria, all those things that I can use across many aspects of the game. All right, I'm going to go out this door and you can see I've got my vehicle port right here. When I spawn it in, it's really nice. The trunk lands right here and I can hop right into my base just to move things really quickly and cut down on my time. I have a second storage area underneath my main storage that has my seeds, my plants, things like that, that I am building a stockpile of, but don't necessarily need them readily available. All right, let's go ahead and head to my first base location. This is where I have all my rockets. So this, again, was my first base. You can see I built it right next to where the pod is. I think this is a great starting location in Selenia because you get the aluminum field that is right here in this river basin. You have access to this dome really easily, and there is access to the other domes pretty close as well. It's just very central. So over here I've got a high quality food farm going with beans and honey. My 4 trade rockets over here that are constantly going just to build those trade tokens because I have not found many fuses at this point in my game and I would love to buy more. Just make things go so much faster. I also have a bacteria generator down here to sell. And what's nice is the auto crafter just pulls the water and the algae straight out of the water. None of my drones need to do any of the movement. That's something I picked up from some of the Planet Crafter streamers that I love because I don't have to do any of that movement. All right, so let's head to Prime. So as I do this, I'm going to show you what I have in my inventory and talk to you a little bit about why I have it. So in my rocket, I have every single fuse that I have on Selenea. I have pulled it out of the optimizers to help make my next planet go a smidge faster. I also have a handful of fusion energy cells because the very first thing I will be building when I land is a recycling machine. And with that, I can pull out the pulsar from the fusion energy cells. I can get super alloy from the rods. I can get iridium if needed, osmium. I can use that with the larva and even the tier 2 drones to give me rockets, circuit boards, all those components that come with that game or with that piece instead of taking up more space in my inventory because at this point I haven't unlocked the interplanetary shuttle. I'm hoping that that's something that I can do pretty quickly. I also have a fully upgraded vehicle that includes unlimited oxygen, logistics. It is upgraded as far as the space can be for now. I've got lights, speed, all the things to make it ready to go on my planet. All right, and I think I am ready to head to Prime. Let's go on this journey together. Are you really ready to leave this planet? Yes, I think I am. Let's go. Here we are. All right, let's see. Thank you for choosing the highly experimental Better Life program. By continuing to terraform planets and moons near your designated planet, you increase the administration's leniency toward your case. Additionally, you help Sentinel Corps support other planet crafters by furthering our knowledge of terraforming techniques. We will automatically unlock new technologies as you advance in the process. All right, so I am ready. Yep, let's go ahead and do a quick save. And I am going to drop my rover down and put everything inside so I don't have to lug it around. This also ensures that I don't lose anything. You'll notice that I brought one bean seed and 2 packs of food, but I didn't bring any water because I knew that Prime has plenty of ice at first. So that's going to be one of the first things I grab as I begin my planet. All right, I think for today I'm going to end this video here. Thank you for joining me on my journey from Selenea to Prime. Again, this is Cozy Misadventures. I hope you join me again next time.